In case you're new here, I'm Heather, and this is Bill. We've been exploring places in Greece that are off the beaten path. This week, we'll be exploring the ancient Greek ruins of Messene on our way from Kardamili to Olympia.
Welcome to Messene. We are here. We got up kind of early in the morning, tried to get a start on the hot day, made it out here and escaped the allure of the kittens. That was a little bit of a struggle.
We loved Kardamili, but we were ready to get back to some Greek ruins. This one is a little bit of a last-minute addition. We found out about it just within the last day or two, and it's a bit more off the beaten path than Olympia or Delphi, which are two of the more popular ruins in outer Greece. Messene is, hey, you have to drive some more twisty roads to get to Messene, so it's a little bit less accessible than some of the others. And
not signed as well.
Not signed as well, but it looks really promising. There's only a few cars in the parking lot, and the ruins look huge, and they also appear to be slightly restored, which gives us a bigger glimpse into how people might have lived back in the times of this city. This city actually only existed for 300 or 400 years before it just was abandoned. It never was rebuilt, it was never built on top of. So what we have are some really well-preserved ruins compared to what's in Olympia or Delphi. So we're really anxious to check it out, and some of the ruins have even been restored. So come along with us and we'll see what we encounter today.
The ancient ruins of Messene actually include two theater-like structures. The first one that you'll run into almost immediately after entering is similar to the one we saw in Epidavros, which is a traditional Greek theater structure.
These mosaics we're looking at here are 23 to 2400 years old. They've been restored, but not rebuilt or redone or anything. Nothing added to them, not reconstructed.
It's so impressive that these tiles still exist like this, and they look beautiful today still. Something else that's unbelievable / impressive about these ruins is that it's estimated that only about 30% of them are uncovered today. So they're still excavating more ruins, as you can see behind me under the tent. The area you see surrounding us now is a temple of Asclepius. Now, we actually already saw a temple of Asclepius over in Epidavros, but this one is very different than that one. That one was a spa and healing sanctuary, and this one was focused more on political meetings and religious gatherings. That's demonstrated by all the different rooms that are part of this structure, this temple. You have multiple sanctuaries, you have multiple temples where people could get together and they could share their ideas and their thoughts about what was going on in their society.
This theater is much smaller than some of the other ones we've seen on this trip. We understand from the reading that we've been doing about it that this was used primarily for government meetings, political discourse, that kind of thing. So it wasn't really a theater as we normally think of it. So this is one of the smaller theaters here and you can see it is a little bit different than some of the theater that we saw at Epidavros. It's smaller for sure, but you can also see that the upper tier hasn't been as well preserved. However, the floor has been reconstructed to give you a really good idea of what it may have been like back in its day, 2,300 years ago.
Displeaseth me. Up with his head.
As you can see, we mostly have this place all to ourselves early this afternoon on a Friday. There's really just a couple other tourists and some workers. Well, we made it. It took us about 2.5 hours and 2 liters of water. Wish we'd had more, probably another liter even. For us, it took 2.5 hours. We were doing some filming and some other goofing around. Other people probably get through it in 1.5 to 2 hours, I would think.
We haven't been to Olympia or Delphi yet, but we would definitely recommend this one. It was off the beaten path. There were maybe a dozen other people there at the same time as us. Now we know it's COVID, but still I would expect to see more tourists from Europe who are here at the same time as us. Kind of fun to be the only Americans at one of the amazing sites in Greece.